and lessons that Cameroon have to take away from the tournament is the field setting. Some of it is, wayward, players in the wrong places, so those chances go dropping in those gaps. But if you have, the right players in the right places, some of those chances could go to hand.
Powerfully struck once again onto the leg side, but will pick up just a single. Again, the power is there, but the placement is questionable by these two batters on the screen.
10 runs from that over, 34 for one. Make a good point there, Zaid. I think it's just because you're trying to just hit the ball rather than trying to hit it through the gap.
The other thing, Dennis, I notice is that the Rwandan batters tend to play it in the air more often, providing opportunities to the Cameroonian side. If they just get hold of the timing and play it along the ground, they can cause quite a havoc within the fielders there.
Yeah, very right. And against better teams, you could be in trouble. 34 for one will be a totally different story if you keep hitting it in the air. So it's important that you always try to hit the ball in the gap. Changing the bowling, Besala comes into the attack up from the airport end.
Introduction of spin. Pitches down the leg. Umpire not interested there. The umpire is
Rare shot of sort to play in T20 cricket. You'll see that in Test cricket, but not T20.
kicking it,
Padding the ball.
kicking it away is Giselle Ishimwe. Oh, absolutely clubbed this time around. One bounce and four. Beautiful looking shot. Punished.
Yeah, hit me ball there from Besala. And Giselle just does that for another boundary. Baseball like shots. Hit it out of the park. Need a search party for that one. I hope they found it.
Margaret there, just tossing one, and Giselle Ishimwe's eyes lit up. She's on 27 of 23 deliveries, accelerating at quite some pace.
Yeah, the last time I saw Cameroon playing Zed was at the Div 2 qualifiers in Botswana. Surprised everyone by going all the way to the semi-finals. Of course, they lost out to Kenya, but I mean, they beat a very impressive field for them to get that far. That tournament had the likes of Malawi, Botswana, Kenya. So for them to get to the semi-finals, Sierra Leone as well. So showed that they've made great strides in their game to get that far.
With the current run rate, the possibilities of projected score 143 on the cards at the moment. Last time that these two sides faced each other, Rwanda won the toss just like they did today and elected to bat first and ended up scoring 155 against Cameroon.
Yeah, if speaking of totals, this is a round robin tournament, so if you're going to put someone on the sword, you better make sure that you put it the dagger through the heart because it could come down to the fine details of net run rate for who finishes among the top two. Because the top two sides who will play in the final, so you just need to make sure that you put yourselves in a good place to be one of those two teams.
And again, knowing Lennon Namburo is a man of numbers, he's done his homework. He knows what his side did against Team Cameroon last time they played each other. So he's trying to continue from where they had left off. Slight bit of delay here, but change of deliveries, that ball getting lost.
Yeah, I hope the touch party is still working. I need to find that ball. We're just what 5.2 overs in. Must be still a very new cherry.
A change in balls can really cause a difference.
Big difference, not just a difference, but a very big difference.
get the lucky ball out of the game. Hits it square of the wicket this time, but Giselle Ishimwe says, whichever ball you bring to the pitch, I'll smash it regardless. Another boundary.
Yeah, back-to-back boundaries for Giselle. This time on the offside, she hits that ball powerfully and beautifully. Anything through the offside is lovely to watch. One of my frustrations with Giselle is that she's such a quality player. When she's on songs, she's lovely to watch. Sometimes she just doesn't seem like she's very interested.
It's just the panic button. She's got that panic mode. Oh, lovely, lovely delivery there. Had some bite to it. Was turning in and watchfully played there by Giselle.
Yeah, and a very good comeback there from Besela. Very good cricket all round. At the top, such a very good defense there from Giselle to just keep it out.
And clubbed this time. Do we have the first maximum? Yes, we do. It was a full toss, lovely use of it, and crunched over the boundary ropes for half a dozen.
Yeah, put under pressure there from Giselle. This time she attacks the full toss, finds it, uses her feet, finds the ball on the full toss. Another such party looking for a ball. Hopefully they find it. Bissell put under serious pressure there from Giselle. 14 runs from this over so far, and with one more ball to come.
She missed out on the previous occasion, going for one bounce and a boundary. This time gives it full treatment and goes the distance. Margaret not learning her lesson here. Expensive over so far.
Yeah, and Bissell are making Cameroon pay for putting her down. Giselle.
Driven down the ground and comes back with a dotted delivery. That should be the end of the power play. Score reading 48 for the loss of one. And now, by the end of the power play, I would like to introduce Katia Wamahoro here in the commentary box, former national team player for Team Rwanda. Good morning, Katia. Welcome.
Very good morning, Said. Thank you.
What do you think about the game so far after the power play? 48 for the loss of one. And interesting first wicket taken by Cameroon. What is your take on that?
Um, Quite interesting because you can't expect that mancarding at the first overs, especially on the second delivery, but seems like batters are now carrying on. And oh,
Oh, lovely looking delivery there by Leslie. Hint of late outswing beats the blade of Wasemave.
yes, as I was saying, what I'm liking for from the batting side, like Rwandan batters, they are doing well. Like yes, they lost the first wicket area, but now they are doing good job for carrying on and
Driven and goes past the fielder there in the covers. They're running hard. They come back for a double and they comfortably make a double here. Very quick between the wickets, Wasemave and Giselle Shimwe. Yes, Katya, you're saying?
yes, and as I said, the batting side batters from Rwanda, they are taking responsibilities now. Like, okay, that was very good delivery. As I was saying, the batters are now trying to build a partnership after losing the first wicket, which was too early, but now they are playing the role of the openers. So this is quite good from the batters.
Getting her line and length, Leslie here into her second over. She started off her first over, was keeping it away. She is getting movement. So far, interestingly enough, we've just seen outswing, no hints of inswing. Goes down on one knee, but poor shot selection on that occasion there by Wasimeve. Just getting a word by Giselle on the opposite end, who's on 37 of 27 deliveries and was a on 9 of 12. A very good over so far. This has been by Leslie. Just 2 runs have been given away. Plays it along the ground, and they stick to just a single. Wasimeve will keep the strike as we come to the end of the seventh over. The score reads 51 for the loss of one. Kathia, being part of the national side, how does it feel to watch your side take on Cameroon? And what is the feeling like being the defending champions from last year's victory?
It's quite good the way they are starting without any pressure. Even though you may lost your wicket, a crucial wicket earlier on, but never give up. And um, also I'm liking the on the fielding side. They are not giving up. Like for example, Leslie have come back stronger and bowled very well. So and the way they are fielding is like they are fighting for them, like for their teams, which is good.
From the airport end, we've got Solange. Wasimeve tries to sweep that, but it was too low for her. She couldn't get any contact on that. Starts off with a dot delivery as it brushed her pads on the way to the keeper. Oh, clubbed. Beautiful looking shot onto the leg side, but there is protection in the deep. And with that effort, they keep it down to just a single. Both of these two batters are very aggressive, as you know them. You've played with them, you've played against them, and alongside them. Who do you think is going to be more aggressive here out of the two?
I think it's Giselle, but the way I know them, now Meve, if she got a chance, also she's going to go. She doesn't have any drugs around.
Watchfully played. Excellent batting that just taps it for just a single.
As I was saying, these two batters are very good batters, and also if they don't get runs, I mean boundaries, they are good between wickets, running between wickets. So Melve, I cannot say like she's not going to go. She will also go.
Watchfully played there. Another dotted delivery. A very good initial over this by Michelle. Jersey number 7 coming in from the airport end. Oh, sweeps and sweeps hard, and that beats the fielder and races away to the boundary ropes. Excellent, excellent looking shot that by Uwasemeve.
Look at that powerful shot there and very well connected. That was, I think that's her favorite shot though, and she's good at it.
Lots of time, lots of work being put into that. Probably a smile on Mr. Namburo's face. Hard work coming live in action. Just a few yards to beat the fielder on the right. Once again, hard hands and excellent effort there within the circle there. We come to the end of the eighth over, 58 for the loss of one. Team Rwanda, Giselle Ishimwe on 38 of 28 deliveries. Was MLV 15 of 18. Looking at these boundaries, do you have any name you reckon partnership there of 56 of 46 contributions, respectively of 38 of 28 and 16 of 18 by Wasem Hervé and Giselle Ishimwe? Yes, I wanted to ask you, looking at these boundaries, do you have a particular name in your mind when it comes to majority numbers of boundaries here at Gahanga during Kwibuka? If you didn't know, you're amongst the highest scorers of boundaries here at Gahanga.
I may take that as a compliment. Oh,
Interesting action there by jersey number 11, Margaret, getting some turn on it, getting some bite out of the surface. Hits it into the ground and straight to the fielder once again. Another dotted delivery. Good start to her over. Change of sides this time around. Hits it onto the leg side. Will it beat the fielder? Yes, it will. Very, very slopey fielding by jersey number 9, Brenda Waluma. Not able to secure the boundary ropes, not able to protect it. Should have been saved. It turned a bit and just a short arm jab by Uwasemeve.
seems like Margaret is quite a good bowler, but is she going to be consistent?
Once again, similar looking shot, but this time goes to the fielder and will pick up just one. You might be a good bowler, you might be bowling good lines and lengths, but are you backed by your fielders? That is yet another question to be asked. On that occasion, you could see Brenda not being the most helpful in the region. Those are very, very costly runs. And Giselle Ishimwe on strike now. It goes down the leg and wide has been indicated by the on-field umpire Gusto from Rwanda. Plenty of development being made here in a land of 1,000 hills. Tossed up and smashed that past the bowler. There is a fielder on the boundary ropes to protect that.
Margaret protecting.
Oh, lots of turn on that occasion and beats the fielder once again. They're running hard. They're coming back for a double and they make 2 runs comfortably. I feel like there would have been even a third if Merve had pushed it. Giselle was ready on her end. Merve not so much. As we come to the end of the ninth over, score reads 67 for the loss of 1. Being part of the winning team last year in Kwibuka for the very first time as a host nation, how did it feel?
That was very good, a win, because we have been playing that like 8 years. So that was quite interesting seeing Rwanda wins Kwibuka, especially when you host the tournament. So it was you feel good and proud. So they always say it's easy to win, but not easy to defend. Champion.
Very well said. It was hardly competed and winning the tournament for the very first time, and now you've got the opportunity to call yourselves the defending champions. Oh, lovely bit of movement, and this time around, Michelle getting some in swing, some movement through the air, the lateral movement coming and making it a bit difficult. You see there, Giselle just indicating to her partner that there is some swing on offer. Can get quite tricky. Oh, gloves that and goes past the keeper's gloves. Would have been a very, very good take if she managed to put her gloves to it.
Good running between wickets there. And captain herself, Michelle, is trying to reduce the runs.
Plays it on the ground, straight to the fielder there. No run taken. Keeper there just indicating to the bowler, keep it on the same line, keep it on the same length. Let her drive the ball to the fielders. Beats the fielder at point, but there is protection in the deep, so they'll pick up just a single.
Very good partnership from Rwandan batters, 140 projected score, and seems like it is only 9.5 overs.
Plays it along the ground, rotates the strike. Last year, Kwibuka, there was this thing known as the curse of 40s. Plenty of wickets fell to the batters that touched that mark, getting into the 40s. I wouldn't like to put some voodoo on Giselle Ishimwe here, but she is into her 40s now. Do we get to see the first 50 of the tournament by a Rwandan international? We come to the end of the 10th over, halfway mark. 70 runs on board for the loss of one. Current run rate of 7 exactly at the moment. Big total. The Cameroonian side needs to cut off these runs because they will need to chase them down. And being the host side, the Rwandan side does have quality bowling unit. There you see the graph. First wicket falling in the very first over. The amount of runs coming off it. There you see the Manhattan in the sixth over being the tallest with 14 runs coming off it. And the fifth over, 10 runs. The lowest over to be bowled was the seventh over, just 3 runs coming off it. Excellently bowled there. Got the wagon wheel of Giselle Ishimwe. Can see she can hit it down the ground. She can hit it square of the wicket. She loves hitting it towards the mid wicket region as well. 45% as shown on the wagon wheel. 3 boundaries and 1 6. The only six being hit so far in this innings is off the blade of Giselle Ishimwe. Some words of advice being provided there by the coach. First time Cameroon playing here in Gahanga. A new experience for them. Not a new side they're facing, but a new setting and a new atmosphere. Can be quite different. What sort of an advantage does the home side have?
Coming in, Newbora Olive, there's number 3, Olive Princess. I beg your pardon, second over of Olive Princess. And let's see if she can now stop them from the getting more runs in this over.
Sweep Giselle Ishimwe pulls out a sweep on that occasion. Quite a risky shot given the height provided there by Olive. If she missed out on that, it looked very, very plump. Would have been the easiest decisions for the umpires to make. Yes, you've worked on that shot, you've got to play it at some point, but got to be careful of when and how you pull it out. Can be playing it quite too often. You get the opposition used to you playing that shot, and it provides them that little bit of a crack of opportunity. Olive Princess getting some movement also in the air and improving her lines. Is her third over. She's given away just 11 runs so far. Oh, lovely, lovely looking delivery that. How much has that moved? Giselle Ishimwe watching that ball very, very closely. Oh, too much swing on offer this time around, not able to control it and goes for a wide. These extras will hurt them in the very end. Ball is moving if she can get some control behind it. Good looking delivery, and they're running back. No, denied on that occasion. They'll stick to just a single. Lovely effort by the fielder, just outside the 30-yard mark.
I'm quite liking the way they are communicating. If they are not sure for 2 runs, there's no need of risking any other wicket. It's still early.
Plays it past the bowler there and will pick up a single. There is a cold, cold breeze moving across the field at the moment. Very helpful for the bowlers. If you can get some control over it, can be quite disturbing to the batter as it floats in. Pops it in the air, but lands safely in the vacant region, and they'll stick to just a single. Once again, a little bit of hesitation between the batters. A yes no call by these two. Merveille not being hyperactive on the running and coming back for a double. Giselle on the other end, always hungry for a double. They've got to communicate and understand each other. Come to the end of the 11th over. 76 for the loss of one. Michelle coming back in once again from the airport end. Starts off with a delivery going down the leg. Loud appeal, but nowhere in line with the stumps. She is getting that in swing movement one of the only bowlers from the Cameroonian side able to deliver that in swing, but she's not getting a control over it. And the in swing is worrying to Wasimeve as she loves sweeping the ball. There you see the sweep comes out once again. Protection in the deep will restrict that to just a single.
Trying to look for second run, but Melvey is not interested in getting 2 runs. And captain is doing a good job so far in this over, only 2 runs.
So when the fielders have been set up like that and you know the outfield isn't really supporting you as a batter, what do you tend to do to provide yourself that opportunity of coming back for a double?
Very good running between wickets now. This is what Rwanda needs at this moment because the fielders are now the field is open. Like now they have people outside 30 yards, so they need to rotate as much as possible so that they can get more runs to defend. Rwanda being the host, Rwanda hosting the tournament is very good opportunity to the Rwandans especially.
And the finger there has been raised. Giselle Ishimwe, I told you the curse of 40s continues this year as well. 47 and out, just 3 runs shy to a half century, and very, very disappointed. It's again that dangerous in swing by Michelle, picking up the second wicket for Team Cameroon here. Brilliant knock comes to an end. Have a look at that. That shimmy. She moved way past off stump and misses out completely. A very, very risky shot to be played, knowing the bowler is bringing it back into the stumps.
Second wicket, 8 runs from 14.5 overs. And well, now allow me to welcome again Dennis.
Thank you, Katia. Happy to be back. I hope haven't come with a curse for the wicket, but very well played inning from Giselle Ishimwe. She was taking the game to the Cameroonians. The captain coming up with the goods, Michelle Nkono. Michelle is a twin, but her twin is on the bench today. But chemical engineer in Cameroon, the captain. A bit of communication between the captain and the umpire there, Veronica Ariho. I hope Veronica can speak some French so that she communicates well and try and understand what she's trying to tell them.
Now Veronica has she can speak French. I hope now she's communicating well with the Cameroonian. Coming in, lefty Clarisse Umutoniwase, carrying on where Giselle had left. Let's see if they can now build a new partnership between Melvey and Clarisse Umutoniwase.
I like her name, the surname Omtoniwase. Starts off with the runs immediately. Runs down with the slope, but won't carry over the rope. Off the mark immediately for Clarice. Yeah, left and right combination, like you mentioned, Katia, could be a challenge for Cameroon. You need to keep switching up the fielders all the time. It's a good plan from the Rwandans, probably to send Clarice ahead of Henriette Shimwe. End of the 12th over, 82 for 2 Rwanda. Changing the bowling, Leslie will come from the pavilion end for Cameroon. A lot to do, a lot of work for Cameroon in this last few overs, last 8 overs. They need to make sure they keep the Rwandans a bit quiet so that they don't put on a very big total. What would be at the toss? Diane mentioned that 120 is good enough. A full toss on offer. Madvey has played grinding inning 27 from 29 balls. Sort of out of character for her because she's a very, very aggressive player.
Yeah, that's true. Because she can also be a stubborn one, but now quite. I don't know what happened to her today, but let's see. Maybe there's some other overs. If she's still in, maybe she can be aggressive more.
Booming drive there from Kaliris, but nothing home, no connection at all. Was it the team plan to just make sure maybe both Mave and Giselle are not very aggressive? So one of them is trying to protect their wicket while the other goes after the bowling. Up-ish, but will land safely. Long hustle, and they should pick up 2 wickets. No one was interested in the ball, so that allows them to pick up 2 runs very, very easily.
I think now Melve is the one who's supposed to go because Mutoniwase is just in. He's just coming in, and Melve have been there before. Like she opened, so she's the one who can now start going.
Yeah, very good offer. Coming down hard on the ball there, Clarice. That's very good intent. So that allows the fielders to know that the intention is clear. I'm going to come after the bowling. And very, very good bowling there from Leslie. Doesn't allow Clarice to free her arms, so she's making sure everything is in the block hole.
Last delivery. Oh, that was a big appeal, but Nampa is not interested in that one. That brings us to the end of that 12 overs, but now we have 13 overs. Gone a projected score of 131 runs, and Rwanda is now getting somehow low because projected score before was like around 140 plus. So I think they need to keep increasing the strike rate.
No, I think that's what happens when you pick up wickets, and Cameroon, as long as they keep doing that, and then they slow down the batters, whoever has to come in has to start all over again. So, like what most teams say, the guys who are in, don't think about those that are outside. You just need to make sure you stay in for as long as possible. And if I, as the captain of Cameroon, this is the time you go back to your prime bowlers to try and get more wickets.
Edwige coming back to ball, and that was a powerful shot. And but there is a protection down the leg side, but they made 2 runs comfortably.
We spoke about it earlier. Again, I would say that keep hitting the ball to the fielders. No matter how hard you hit it, they can be able to catch up with it. Frustration there for Wase, not making the connection that she wants. Just didn't get in position quickly there. Ball is short of length. Wase should be clever enough. Use your crease, go deep in the crease, and walk the ball behind the keeper. Let the slope help you. Sam uses her feet, but there's protection. They'll just get a single. Better field set here from Cameroon, but a sort of weird field set. They have a mid off and a long off. I don't know if my eyes can see correctly, but Katia, you're more familiar with this ground. I think that looks like a mid off and a long off.
Oh, there was a chance of catching, but have been dropped now. Yes, I don't know which kind of field set is this one. I don't know if it is cover, which is more closer to the middle.
Yeah, but good stuff there from Cameroon. They realized Manvey likes to play the ball down the ground. So they'll put two fielders in that place to just try and cut off her run scoring options. Just needs to change the angle. There's a very big gap between where she hit the ball and the field at point. Something like that. That's what they say. The difference between good players and great players. Great players always hit the ball in the gaps. A good over for Cameroon. They are starting to drag this one back. Just 4 overs from that over. Just 4 runs from that over. 189 for 2 after 14 overs.
A good coming back from Cameroonian. Now, even if the batters are not on pressure, but yes, the score is getting lower. 127, a projected score of 127 is not that big, especially how they started. That was going very well now.
Impressive stuff there from Cameroon. They've only given away 5 extras, only 5 words, 5 wides that have been given. Changing the bowling, Madeline Nseke comes into the attack. She's now giving away the keeping gloves. Usually she changes the keeping gloves with the captain. So I assume Solange has finished her quarter of overs. And Madeline, a very, very interesting player. Her brothers play for the senior men's team. So clearly it's a cricketing family. Intelligent cricket there from Madve and Clarisse. Instead of being bogged down from one end, it's a tap and run. Good over to start off 3 balls, just a 1 run given away by Madeline. Wrong option there to Huase, batter who has been in. And very good running between the wickets. She needs to get away quickly. Umpire takes his time but raises the finger. Clarisse not quick enough to get back in her crease. Cameroon pick their 3rd wicket. And the celebrations will begin for the West Africans.
Unnecessary run there from Clarice. The fielder had the ball in hands. Look at good shot, but to the fielder, The fielder just took the ball and Clarice. That was a good decision from umpire. That was close though. It was not easy decision, but umpire was awake. I may say Henriette comes in.
Yeah, Clarissa was struggling to get back, and unfortunately she lost. But very good work there from Brenda Walumo in the field. Clean pick and throw right on top of the stumps. Madeline just did the rest. Yeah, good shot there from Uwase. Hits it behind point, and that should race away for a boundary. It's been a while, but a boundary finally comes for the Rwandans. Too much room on offer when there was a lot of width on it. Uwase just bucks away enough to hit it behind point for a boundary.
Henriette Ishimwe, known as also a big hitter, a very good player as well.
Yeah, very good bowling there from Madeline. Disappointed with that boundary, but she has bowled well, picked up a wicket, and gave away just 5 runs. Every other time, Mave has taken a shuffle down the wicket. She's missed the ball. I think maybe that's something she needs to work on. Make sure she's always hitting the ball from her crease. 15 overs gone, 95 for 3 Rwanda.
Fifteen overs have gone by. Wasamafe still out there in the middle with 36 off 38. And again, that run out coming because of the previous deliveries, dot deliveries, not being able to manage those deliveries and turning them into singles, and the pressure coming in, just panicking within that moment, I would say.
Yeah, yeah. First ball to Henriette comes out of the middle of the bat. She's having a look, as they like to say. But Zaid, you make a good point. I think sometimes you just need to let, in Uganda, I would like to say let people be. Was it very necessary? There will be some good overs and there will be some big ones for you. So,
Pops it in the air and has been put down. This is the third opportunity put down by Cameroonians. The coach must be writing these numbers down, and that is a massive, massive drop, I would say.
yeah, massive let off there for Henriette. They put down Giselle and she went on to score 47. So, Cameroon, I think the lessons for them today is to just try and make sure that you take those chances.
Sweeps hard this time, and protection saves that. They come back for 2 runs, but a very, very poor throw. They'll need some assistance by the infield fielders.
Yeah, the coach there not very happy. I don't understand French, but I can clearly hear his frustration with the fielder because that could easily give anyone an extra run.
You understand the tone. You've been a player yourself, you've been a captain. Oh, excellent length on that occasion by Olive.
I told you, Zed, what Cameroon will do is they will just always try and block in the ball claw. And if they can keep Matt very, very quiet, then they will have pinned down Rwanda.
Pops it in the air once again. This is racing away. This will be yet another boundary off the blade of Ouassemerve. Fortune favoring the brave on that occasion.
Yeah, a lucky shot there from McVeigh. Thick outside edge. And the slope does the rest of the work. There'll be no chance of chasing that down.
It's just the amount of bat speed behind that. Wasimave of recent times has worked hard with her bat swing and the speed at which she swings that bat. She doesn't really need to connect the middle always. That was a genuine edge and it went the distance.
Yeah, that boundary also bringing up the 100-run mark for Rwanda, 102 for 3. Yeah, Olive there trying to change the pace, but unfortunately goes down the leg side. Cameroon have not been untidy. I think for them, if they just taken their chances, would have been a whole different ball game. But credit to the runners as well, taking their second lives and pinning Cameroon.
Hits it straight back to the bowler there, nowhere to go, and the frustration continues. 42 on the board for Wasimave here as we come to the end of the 16th over 103 for the loss of 3 wickets. Team Rwanda.
Yeah, great commitment from Olive as he finishes that quarter. Give away 23 from the 4 overs. But I think on the overall, Cameroon has been very, very tidy with their bowling. At a certain stage, Rwanda looked like they would get 160 or 150.
And again, you've got to understand the likes of Ishimwe Henriette, Ishimwe Giselle. These are big, big wickets. If they provide you opportunities earlier on, which they often do, you've got to grab them. You've got to go for the throw.
Back into the attack, Madeline Nseke. And I think that is something that maybe Giselle and Huase need to develop at a very young age. If you're playing teams, that are not so competitive or are not at your level, you start to get into the habit of playing, chanceless innings so that they help you when you're playing against stronger teams.
Once again, using her feet but getting no contact with the ball on that occasion. Ishimwe Henriette has been quiet for a very, very long period.
Yeah, for a second I thought that was Madve because every time they've been jumping out, they miss the ball. I don't know if it's a premeditated shot.
This time get some bat onto it in the vacant region. They're running hard, coming back for a comfortable double. They're very interested for a triple, but no way Henriette was turning around.
Zed, I was hoping we would see that from the front camera because I think the problem for them is they're not jumping in the line of the ball. They're jumping outside the line of the ball. So that's why you completely miss the ball. The intention is for you to hit the ball in front of you.
Once again, hits it to extra cover, and they'll stick to just picking up a single here. But the throws as well from the deep haven't been valuable enough, and they haven't been really risk-taking throws. So understanding that they can comfortably come back for a double.
Thank you very much. Apart from the one that got the run out, the others, I think, like you've said, haven't been dangerous or harmless. They're not right on top of the stumps. So anyway, a meter or two away from the stumps, that is an easy opportunity. And especially at this stage of the game where, every run counts. You've just lost 3 wickets. So, throw the kitchen sink at Cameroon.
Trying to overheat that. No placement behind that whatsoever, but they come back for 2 runs and a bit of a confusion there between the fielders as to who is to pick up the ball and toss it back.
Yeah, there was any bit of communication. 17 of us gone around 108 for 3.
Was my way into the 40s. There you see the spectators there, the supporters coming here at beautiful Gahanga International Cricket Stadium to show their support, holding on to the pride as the host nation, playing this very, very exciting and entertaining women's cricket. How much does Kwibuka tournament as a women's cricket help in the development of women's cricket around the Africa region?
And I think it's big time, big time. I think for a very long time the women really lacked a tournament they could look forward to outside the ICC events, and now Kwibuka has become that signature fixture that every year can happen. So credit to Rwanda Cricket for keeping this going. 10 years is not a very, you know,
Powerfully smashed this time through covers and the comeback for two. They probably have some wireless speakers there. They've been listening to what we've been saying, and finally they take the risk of coming back for a double. And this is the aggressive nature of Ishimwe Henriette that we'd like to see from her. Smashed back to the bowler, and Leslie holds on to that. Leslie into her final over of her quota. 18 runs she's given away. One of the only bowlers providing that in swing. Driven and smash through covers this time. Beautiful looking shot. Something Ishimwe Henriette loves to portray.
yeah, very good hands there from Mariette, and this time gives herself room and clobbers it past the field and cover. Just has enough pace to beat the long off shot of the day.
Very, very well placed. This time hits it straighter onto the onside. Will pick up a single. And that is the sort of approach the run side needs to go for. You mentioned earlier how important it is to place the gaps. Got you might have lots of power as Merve does, but placement is the key. Once again, places it onto the leg side and another boundary. Runs are leaking all over the place here for Leslie. Merve pounces onto that as she moves on to
Yeah,
48.
yeah, very good work there from Madve. Gets inside the line of the works. This time it's not about the power like we've mentioned. It's just about the placement. This right sort of placement just gets her a boundary, gets her closer to the half century mark.
She worked out the angle on that occasion. Once again, shuffling onto the off stump and trying to create that angle and using the pace of Leslie on offer as they run back for a beautiful double. She raises her bat and half century it is.
Mm. Very good quality half century there from Madve. Has been very, very patient. 50 from 46 balls, but she's worked very hard. 6 boundaries for her, not six, but she's been very, very tidy out in the middle. She opened the batting, so she's carrying her bat. And I think if she stays in for as long as possible, Rwanda will put in a big total. 18 more balls, 121 for three after 18 overs.
Leading scorer of the day, her partner Ishimwe Giselle went out on 47. So close yet so far. Just getting a bit too excited with the numbers closing in, but Wasimeve held on to her nerves, got to her 50, and now she's got the green light. Just 2 overs left here, 12 legal deliveries. She's got to attack and get those extra runs now from here on. A genuine half tracker and a wide it is by Madeline coming in for a third over from pavilion end.
Yeah, good power from Madve, but there's protection from Henriette, not Madve. Sorry, my apologies. But I think also the difference has been that Madve doesn't hit the ball so very often in the air. So, she's more cautious. and makes her shot selection much better.
I'd say the easiest way to differentiate between Ishimwe Henriette and Wasem Mave is that Ishimwe Henriette places the ball much cleaner than Wasem Mave does. Wasem Mave goes for the neck. She goes hard at it. Not much of a placement behind that. She predetermines her regions to attack. There you see, and a reverse comes out this time, pulling out the tricks out of the magic bag. Gets full value out of it. Pure entertainment by Uwasa Merve. And this is what we're here to see after she reaches her 50.
Yeah, a half tracker from Madeline, and that races away. No chance there from Besela to carry it off. Now that she got to 50, I mean, the bag of tricks is open. I think what you were speaking about Henriette and Madvey, I don't know what if that is always a team plan for Rwanda. Sometimes I feel you don't get enough out of Henriette because she bats a bit late. So whenever she comes in, the slog is on, so she has to, do something, and that doesn't allow her to, to first, play herself into the game.
Oh, gets a thick outside edge on that occasion, and they still manage to pick up a single. And the aggressive running between the wickets here will make the difference. Every run here matters. They are setting a total and they want to set it as high as possible, making it that very easy for the bowlers. Oh, watchfully played. And there's still yet another single sneakily done here by Ishimwe Henriette.
Yeah, I've always felt that if she was given an opportunity to bat longer, she could be able to get, but there are a couple of people who come before her, and then, by the time she comes in, she has to do something. Not very many players in the world can do that.
Interesting scenes here. I think a spike just getting stuck in the ground there. Madeline not looking very happy. Physio just walking out. Let's hope she's not injured to a point she can't bowl anymore. There you see a spike just getting stuck.
Yeah, not very good looking there. Something just happened as she was trying to go through her. She was going to go into the bowling arc. Hopefully, she's all right. She's a very, very important player for Cameroon. I think even on one leg, they would still want her to keep playing.
Yeah, there are players like that for every side that you wouldn't want to miss out because they know the game that way and they provide their presence provides you that bit of confidence within the unit as well. Shimu Henriette on 15 of 13, and yes, it's very unlikely to see her coming down the order given the opportunity earlier on. She is one of the hard hitters of the side. There you see the wagon wheel of Wasima Vey hitting it all parts of the ground, square of the wicket, straight on, and towards the third man region as well.
Yeah, it's very clear that she's very, very strong behind point. Most of her runs have been coming in that angle. Nothing through the covers. So, oof.
A lovely, lovely bit of work there by the keeper. Collects that and keeps it away from going for a run. As we come to the end of the 19th over, final over left here in the first innings. There you see on the screen Team Uganda just arriving here at Gahanga International Cricket Stadium.
Yeah, something Malve maybe should take out of this innings that every time she's tried to jump out, she's barely connected with the ball.
I'd say this, yes, she scored 55 runs or 49 deliveries, but it isn't really too high of a value because the shots that she's used to get to that mark haven't really been entertaining, apart from that reverse sweep, I would say. And that too is for the young comers to the game, as we call them, Gen Z of the game. They like to pull out those trick shots.
It's been a more or less a very safe 50.
Pops it in the air, and catch has been taken. Ishimwe Henrit has to depart. A stretch of arms by the fielder at point.
Yeah, just a meter higher, I think would have gone over the fielder there, but Leslie timing her jump very well and taking a very good catch. The shot was the ball. The shot was on for Henriette, just never got the enough connection. Rwanda lose their fourth wicket, 131 for 4.
Just lands it in the area and popped in the air. Lovely, lovely hand there by Leslie. Edwidge picks up her first wicket.
I think exactly that has been my point. That Henriette comes in at a time where she has to enforce things, and for me somehow I feel that that takes away her quality. It's hard in the world to come here and play out a cameo every other time.
And knowing her from domestic cricket, she's the type of player who likes to take her time, settle in, watch a few balls, and get the hard hitting going on later on. Outside edge. No, missed out on it. Missed out on a stumping as well.
Yeah, at least needs to understand the assignment that for her it's just to get Matveo on strike. Don't try and be the heroine yourself. Very unnecessary. So just get bat on ball. There's no one around you.
Plays it down the ground for a single. Interestingly enough, we've got, domestically speaking, two skippers on the screen at the moment. Played multiple games against each other. They know each other very, very well. As now for the national colors, they play along each other's side. Beautiful looking shot. Is that in the vacant region? Yes, it is. And finally, the stepping out comes in, and it comes in fruitful.
Yeah, I can imagine trying it the whole day and it only works in the final over. But I think the Rwanda would take that. Poor field placement here from Cameroon. Maybe signs of being tired, so they forgot where they should be. There's been a fielder in that direction every other time Adverse played the ball there.
I'll tell you, Dennis, technically speaking, the shot that she's opted for, she strangles the bat at the very end with the bottom hand, resulting into going towards the onside of the field and not towards the covers region that she wants to target. They're running hard, they're coming back for a triple. Again, a very, very slow throw. Excellent running between wickets, this.
Yeah, good awareness, and you spoke about it. It's just the throws from the deep are not very strong. So last time the Cameroonians did that, they got away with it. Now this time, good awareness from Alice to make sure that she pushes Mavet pick up 3.
And that's what you got to do. You've got fresh legs out there in the middle. You've got to support someone who's been there since opening. So yeah, a little bit of workout for Uwasemeve towards the end of the innings. But what a knock this has been so far. 62 of 51. She carries her bat through the innings from opening. 141 on the board for the loss of 4 after 20 overs.
Yeah, very good passage of play in the final overs, final 6 overs for Cameroon. Looking at the batting scorecard for the runners, Tien Bimari Bimenyimana was the first wicket to go out, run out. But a big partnership from Uwas and Gizel got runner back into the game, 47 for Gizel. But Uwas carrying her bat, 62 from 51 balls. Very, very strong inning. She got support there from Henriette at the end to make sure that Rwanda score 141 for 4. Only 7 extras bowled by Cameroon. They've made sure that the runners work for their runs. Very, very good stuff.
Yeah, and you can see the backbone of this total is that partnership between Giselle Ishimwe and Wasemave, 78 of 69 deliveries. Great, great batting by those two. And then in the latter half, they got Ishimwe Henriette and Wasemave pushing a very quick 40 of 27. Very much required towards the back end. I would say a very disciplined bowling by the Cameroonian side as well, just giving away 7 extras only. Most expensive of the lot, Margaret. 2 overs, 5 dots, 23 runs with an economy of 11.5. We've got Edwidge picking up 1 wicket with her 4 overs, 10 dots, 29 runs, and an economy of 7.2. And Michelle Solange picking up a wicket with her 3 overs and 7 dots, most economical of the lot with 5.33.
I'll tell you, from a team total of 141, the Rwandans left about 50 dot balls out of 120 balls. So you can clearly see that the dot ball percentage still be bit very, very high. But kudos to Cameroon, for me, only 7 extras given away. That's very good work. 141 is what 142 is Cameroon will need from 120 balls when we come back for the second innings. So we'll take a very short break and we'll be back.
Back for the run chase here at Gahanga International Cricket Stadium. 141 has been posted by Rwanda women's national side, and Cameroon need 142 in 20 overs. The field is being set by the Rwandan side as we wait for the Cameroonian opening batters to walk on. It's getting hot here at Gahanga International Cricket Stadium. There we have it on the screen. Jersey number 7, Michelle Solange coming in. Alongside her is Madeline Laure, jersey number 14. And opening the bowling attack for Team Rwanda is Belize Morekatete coming in from the pavilion end. Let's wait and see. Does she have that swing on offer? Alongside me is Katia Wamahoro here in the commentary box. Welcome back, Katia.
Thank you very much, Zed.
What do you think about this run chase here? And what do the Cameroonian women need to do in order to chase down this total? We saw this sort of start Rwanda got. The Cameroon side was a bit low in the fielding. They gave away 4 opportunities, drop catches. Here we go, ball number 1 on the money, and finger has been raised. First ball wicket. Excellent throw. There was a slight fumble in the field, but great recovery. And the captain has to depart. Michelle has to go for a platinum duck, as they know it in cricketing languages, without facing a single delivery. She's got to show her back to the field. Gets a gentle hug by her partner on her way out. Very, very unlikely. Not the best of starts for the Cameroon side with the run chase. Have a look at that. Hard hands went to the fielder straight. And a quick throw there by Giovannis straight to the keeper's gloves. And a comfortable run out. First ball. Excellent start to this innings by Team Rwanda. Sinera coming in as one down, but as fresh as you like it. She must be feeling like an opening batter coming in. Pops it in the air and lands safely. Didn't look like she was in any sort of competition there. A different sort of length on offer by Belize Murekatete. Straight as an arrow. Just took the leading edge, but lands safely.
A good start from Rwandan side. And coming back to the question you asked about how the batters can now go on, now I think what they need is just being patient and look for the gaps and not giving chances for the.
On the money once again, Belize Morekatete keeping it extremely neat and tidy. No run on board so far. We saw Team Rwanda losing an early wicket, but they made a very good comeback with the partnership that build the innings, and that's what the Cameroonian side need to do here. Extra bit of effort there by Belize, and she offers the first extra of the innings here. A wide it is. It's something that Belize Murekatete in recent times has been struggling with, is when she pushes her right shoulder a bit extra and it gets squarer of the wicket. You can see it, it's a bit forceful there, and it ends up going for a wide. Getting back in line this time around, another dotted delivery. No sort of intent behind that shot by the batter. Madeline just keeping it low, keeping it safe, almost as if she's trying to survive being out there in the middle.
Very good delivery from Belize coming back after bowling a wide, but now she's coming back on the line.
Very, very quiet over this has been for Team Cameroon. Team Rwanda, however, are all happy, attacking from first ball. We saw in the first innings you might be bowling well, but your fielders got to back you up. No run. So a maiden wicket it is for Belize Murekatete first over and Team Rwanda. One wicket down, no runs on the board. What a great start this is for one side, and a horrible one for the chasing.
Well said, Zed. 142 runs. It's a very good defendable score and looks like it's not easy to chase as long as we know how Rwanda can field and how they can defend their runs.
Coming in from the airport end is Herrera Rosine, the spinner. Do we get to see some turn on offer here? We saw in the first innings the pitch is having some bite to it. It is turning a bit square. There is a slip being put in place by Rosine. Keeping it very tight. Starts off with a skidding one. Is Rosine. Lands it in the safe area. Jersey number 42 once again. Loud appeal there, but shake of the head by Veronique, the on-field umpire. Once again, within the line of the stumps, not giving any room to open up her arms. Herrera Rosine. In no time, she's bowled 4 deliveries already. 4 dots. Make that 5. Do we get to see two back-to-back maidens? All that does is lessening the chance of chasing this total down. You could hear the skipper there saying Ahongaho, translating to that's where it needs to be put. That's it. We come to the end of the second over. A maiden over there by Rosine Herrera. Exceptional start this to the bowling innings by Team Rwanda.
Belize coming up again for a second over. So far, the Rwandan side is bowling very well, trying to defend their runs. That was a good one and big, good picking up from the batter. Managed to get a 1 run.
Yeah, got some lucky outside edge to it, and with the pace being offered there by Belize Morikatete, it goes all the way down to third man. First runs on board off the blade of the Cameroonians, but a very, very steep mountain to climb here for the visitors.
What a beautiful delivery there from Belize Murikatete.
Skids off straight to the gloves of the keeper. And again, Madeline very, very far away from the line of the delivery.
Good to see Belize being consistent and here, trying to look for the ball to ball offline, which is good and seems like good one. Again, same line, but Butter a bit use of it, but couldn't manage to get a run. A good keeping as well from Merve.
Belize Morikatete keeping things very quiet at the moment, and the Cameroonians need to start looking for some bat on ball. Once again, too quick. Swing and a miss, beaten by pace. You could see her swinging the bat when the ball was already into the keeper's gloves there. Lots of work to be done here by the batting side. You've played with Belize Morikatete before. Gets some bat to it this time. Runs it down to third man once again for just another single. Yes, I was saying you've played with Belize before, Katia. Where do you think her weakness lies if you're facing her as a batter? Where do you think you'd like to play her most often than not? Would you be aggressive playing her into covers or run her down to third man like Madeline has just done?
I think it's good to play Belize on third man because she's a bit quicker, and if you're looking forward to play her on front like mid wicket, I mean mid off mid on, it cannot be easier for you, especially when she's able to bounce the ball and also away to the offside.
Yes, and I feel like also the difference between the fielding performances by both ends. The throws are a bit quicker, the more accurate. Onto the stumps, and it makes it that much easier for the keeper as well to pick it up and create those opportunities. Like the first wicket itself, you saw it wouldn't have been an opportunity, but it was. Pops it in the air, and catch has been taken. Second wicket down for Team Cameroon. Really, really well done there by the keeper. Merve Ouasse was on her toes. She knew once it pops up, she's got to charge in and grab it. Herrera Rosine picks up her wicket, her first wicket in her second over. And troubles continue for Team Cameroon. Have a look at that once again. A flighted delivery pops up, takes the leading edge, and almost as though she expected a catch there. Excellent, excellent fielding work there by Ouasse Merveille. And great bowling by Herrera Rosine.
Just 3 runs on board. We are into the third over, and Brenda comes in to join Cinera.
Again, it's the sort of attacking line Herrera Rosine bowls can be quite tricky to face her. She provides that flighted delivery. A swing and a miss, and that beats everything. And chance of a run out once again. And a poor throw towards the bowler's end. The batter wasn't in the position to pick up that single, but she was pushed by her partner out there in the middle. And that brings Brenda back on strike. Is the flighted deliveries there just going slightly above the eyesight line? And change of sides, interesting this by Rosine, trying to create a new angle, trying to attack the stumps when Brenda's facing as the newcomer in. That was her first delivery that she faced. Pitches it outside leg stump this time. No appeal. She comes to the end of the fourth over here. The overs are rushing by very, very quick at the moment. Just 4 runs on board in 4 overs. This chase doesn't seem to be possible. Do they portray some sort of miracle out here in the middle? You never know. The game of cricket can be very, very funny and very, very unfair at times. But Rwanda keeping their heads high as the Ugandans watch very closely and keenly from the sidelines. I'd like to take this moment and call all the viewers to come and support their host nation, Team Rwanda. And now coming into the bowling attack is the captain herself, Diane Bimenyimana. She tends to get that in swing on most occasions when she's bowling in her domestic cricket. Let's wait and see. Does she provide that here? Starts off with a full toss, nowhere to go, and a dotted delivery to begin with. Signs of aggression, and that will be the first boundary coming off the blade of Brenda. Exceptional shot. There was a hint of late outswing there, but put away in quite some fashion. Using those levers, playing it outside the reach of the fielders there. Very, very brave shot, I must say, by Brenda. Plays it onto the leg side and they run hard. They pick up a single comfortably. A comical approach there by the non-striker. She jumped as she reached the popping crease. If that was to hit the stumps directly, would have been a very, very interesting scene here. And a very straight-looking delivery on that occasion by Diane Bimenyimana. That must be the cross seamer that she tends to bowl.
Good bowling from Diane as well. She's not now bowling on.
Plays it on the ground. Chance of a run out and misses the stumps. There you see Team Botswana as well. Just watching the game very closely and keenly from the sidelines.
You can hear from the keeper saying what a shage. That means you are getting all that, as Giselle known as hitting the stumps.
And a powerful looking shot onto the leg side and gets full value out of it. Hits it square of the wicket. What a shot that was to end the over.
Comes in Josiane Nyirankundineza bowling her first over. So far, 14 runs off 2 wickets.
Kati are challenging my pronunciation of the local names because I think yours is more natural than mine. I would have said Josiah Nirakundineza. A lot of run out opportunities. You can see there Brenda had taken off. If I was Diane, I would just go for the juggler instead of playing around with my opponent. If you want to be able to enforce things rather than toy with the, bring on some of your best bowlers and get them out for as cheaply as possible.
Close batting there with a straight ball there, but stopped. They couldn't get any run. And Josiane Nyirankundineza, and you can see the smile in her face. 2 dot balls so far in her first over. Powerful. Oh,
Take off
going
again.
driven back, a run out chance, but couldn't get a chance of a run out.
Yeah, bit of miscommunication. Different networks there for Brain and Serena because they're running blind. Another run out opportunity missed. No, wasn't a very good bad decision by Giselle to throw to the keeper's end. One of the things I like about Josiane from the times I've seen her bowling, she has such a very beautiful action, runs in very well, and it's good to see now that Madre is standing up for her, gives her an advantage of just making sure she keeps you very quiet. Beautiful bowling action. Good connection, but there's protection in the deep. I think about a second, there will be no chance for that. You see the difference between the run and their throws from the boundary are very, very powerful. So it doesn't allow you to take that second run.
Very well said. It's totally different from the fielding of a Rwandan. They are very good at throwing. You cannot get a chance of getting two if you are not sure. A good delivery there from Nyirankundineza Josiane. That brings us to the end of 6 overs, only 16 runs of 2 wickets.
Yeah, you can see a couple of fans here coming out to support the home girls, the defending champions of the Kwibuka situation. 126 is what is required from 84 balls. Rwanda won this tournament last year, and I'm sure I think the 10th edition will be more glamorous for them to win. Iconic since the tournament started, but they'll be facing a lot of opposition from still hurting Uganda, who lost in the final last year. But they also Zimbabwe, who are the newcomers who've come here with some power names. But for now, Cameroon trying to take down 141 that was scored by Rwanda. They need 126 from 84 balls. The trump card for the Rwanda women's team with the ball in hand. Henriette Ishimwe comes into the attack from the pavilion end.
Miss uh,
Yeah, Henriette is starting off there with a hit me ball. Completely missed by Brenda. Brenda, who has been, hitting them through the mid wicket region, especially in the previous over. Maybe she was caught by surprise from that one. Thick outside edge, inside edge. Does it have the legs? No, it doesn't. Very good work there from Josiane on the boundary to keep it in. They just get a double. That's the mark about how Henriette bowls. She's always wicket to wicket. So she's a bowler who likes to attack the stumps, always bringing them into play. And she's hungry for wickets. Swing and a miss.
a wide given from the umpire, but Henriette is not happy with that delivery because she's not that person who can give you a wide easily.
Up in the air, very easy chance taken. The second wicket goes down for third wicket for Cameroon goes down. And Henriette into the mix. You can't keep her quiet for very long. Picks up a wicket. The dangerous Brenda has to go for 12 from 10 balls. Cameroon lose their third, 19 for 3.
Just look at that delivery straight away, but was not in line of the ball, and Alice caught that ball comfortably. Olive Princess comes in, jersey number 3. Olive on the strike, wondering how she's going to play Ishimwe Harriet after taking the wicket.
First one out of the middle of the bat and beats the inside field and should race away for a boundary. Olim comes in and she means business immediately. Some room on offer, some width on offer. Easy pickings there from Olive, who picks up a boundary. A valiant chase there for Belize Murikatete, but in vain. Good comeback ball there from Henriette.
I think Henriette has discovered that butter Olive is good on the offside. So she's now trying to not giving her room.
Thick inside edge, they pick up a single. But better come back there from Henriette. Henriette still looking for a wicket. Henriette loves wickets. After 7 overs, 24 for 3.
It's 24 for the loss of 3 wickets here. Required run rate is triple that of the current. Like I mentioned, they will require a miracle out here to bring this chase down, but 2 to 3 big overs here might be a difference. Never say never in cricket. We've got Josiane Nyirankudnineza coming in from the airport end, jersey number 30, charging in now. Starts off with a dot delivery.
Sort of rare pose there from Olive. Just took a notice that a lot of the Cameroonians actually using football boots. From the times I've seen Cameroon playing, is that they just never throw away their wickets. So, they're trying to play safe if the ball is trying to come after the stumps. They're not the kind to just try and, swing across the line.
Pops it in the air, gets past the fielder. It's racing away. Will it be a boundary? Yes, it will. Beautiful shot that by Olive Princess.
Yeah. Yeah, fortune favors the brave. Sort of nothing short, but a lot of power behind it. And over the head of Henriette Nshima in the infield, racing away for a boundary. Good signs. If I'm the captain, I keep her in that position.
Plenty of power behind that, Dennis. If you're to see, she didn't actually finish her swing,
I sort of just checked the ball.
and all the way it went. Misses out on a full toss there. Gets away with it, Josiane.
Yeah, the funny thing is how Josiane is bowling when the keeper is standing up. It's always very, very difficult. If you're going to bowl the ball full and the keeper is standing up, it's difficult for them to collect the ball.
And knocks her over with that delivery. You can see the celebrations by young Josiane there. She knows she's hit the bullseye. The air swing, the lateral movement, and the length, all immaculate in once.
Yeah, Olive running out of luck. Bowler prevailing. Josiane, I think, was looking for that wicket. So she kept searching and making sure she brings the wickets in play. Straight through her defense, and timber it is. Cameroon losing off stump, leg stump taken out.
I'll tell you, it looked like a floater, just being let go in the air, and the ball doing its own magic. Now we've got Margaret coming in now. She's done her part with the bowl. Now she comes in with the bat. Interestingly enough, that looks like she's putting on wicket-keeper pads.
I think sometimes it's easier to bat with those wicket keeping up pads. As long as it doesn't hit you so high up, they're always lighter and easier to run with rather than the usual batting pads.
Takes the shoulder of the bat this time, and it will race away to the boundary ropes. Once again, lucky to get away, just using the pace of Josiane Nyiragundineza there. Yes, she picked up a wicket, but gave away two boundaries in the over.
Yeah, Josiane a bit frustrated there because nothing of that is her fault. She did everything right, but fortune favoring Maggie. That ball racing away, the slope helping it down the ground. 32 for 4 after 8 overs.
I mean, what else could you possibly ask for? Just hitting the top of off and the shoulder of the bat coming in the way.
I think the bat coming down just at the right time because it looked like it was going to rattle into the stumps.
There you can see the worm, the blue worm, fairly below the yellow one. And wickets earlier on in comparison. You can see the Cameroonian women losing wickets earlier than the Rwandan side. Rwanda, after losing their first wicket in the first over, fought back, came back into the game.
I think one of the keys to the Rwandan innings was those two big partnerships that helped them along. So they always say partnerships win you games. So you just need to make sure that you find two big ones. Bowling change. Alice Ikuzwe comes into the attack to replace Henriette, who just bowled the one over.
Yes, coming in from the pavilion end now, jersey number 25. Starts off with a fair delivery, but played in the vacant region, in the gap, and saved on the boundary ropes. Lovely effort that. And they pick up 2 runs comfortably here. Can see the lack of communication between the batters, the frustration between them. That's where the panic checks in. I'd say the runs required isn't that high, but major concern here for the Cameroonian side is the fall of wickets. 4 wickets too early can take you out of the game. And that's what Cameroon is struggling with at the moment.
Yeah, that should be a run. I don't know. It's a bit of sleeping there from Maggie, who is on the other end. Ball comfortably hitting the gap and they just don't pick up the single. That's when you get run out trying to take unnecessary runs.
And it only gets tighter as every delivery that goes by. Oh, what a delivery that was. It stayed low, it moved in, almost hit the off stump there, and missed everything, including the gloves of the keeper.
Yeah, that completely missed everything. fortune there for Selena.
That ball was bound to hit the stumps, just inches away from off stump there, if not centimeters. Ooh, lovely movement there by Ikuzwa Alice. She's getting some in swing now. She's controlling it.
There's been a lot of in swing from both sides, not just the Rwandans. I think the Cameroon players, there's a lot of breeze today. So if you're able to use it well,
Again, and what that results into naturally is just cramping the batter up for space and room. And if you're not reading the length right, it can be quite difficult out there to play your shots. But play it with a straight bat, and that's exactly what Margaret is doing. But it's going to take her long to get comfortable as we come to the end of the ninth over, 35 for the loss of four. There on the screen, we see the Kenyan team just arriving here at Gahanga International Cricket Stadium. The spectators also there watching this game of Rwanda.
I hope the Kenyans are not coming from the airport and straight here. Late arrival for them, but they are finally here, which is the most important thing. And they'll be led by the Associate Women Cricketer of the Year, Quinta Abe, on this tournament, the MVP last year. Changing ends here for Henriette Shimwe.
Just like cricket, everything requires timing, and timing it is. The Kenyans playing the second game of the day on the second field here at Gahanga. Sinera on 5 off, 19 deliveries. Maybe a ball too many.
Yeah, changing ends here from Henriette. I don't know as a local if she prefers to come from that end.
But I don't think the run side really cares if they get the wicket of Sinera here. They wouldn't mind keeping her around. I mean, if you can feed her back to back maiden overs, there is no point of taking her wicket. Let her play, let her be the person. You can always play with a few extra players than 11 on your side. Again, very, very shaky communication between the two out there. A yes no call. Shimwe Henriette in her second over has given away just 9 runs, has picked up 1 wicket already.
Yeah, I think Maggie has been the guilty party of the two between the running between the wickets. She's always ball watching rather than watching her partner.
Interesting here, if you're to see the stance of all the Cameroonian women batting, it seems very aggressive, almost dominating from the looks of it. But the saying goes, never judge a book by its cover.
I think they're learning on the job, and it's good to see that they have some basics right. First of all, from the bowling, none of their bowlers has a suspect action or anything. So those are good signs as they continue to grow and develop in the sport. Take them a while to get to where like Rwanda is or Uganda, but eventually you have to start from somewhere.
And knocks the off stump out of the ground. There you see another wicket goes down for 36 runs only on board. Second wicket for Ishimwe Henriette in picks up a wicket in this over. Margaret losing track of that delivery, had no idea where it was coming in from.
Yeah, overly exposed there, the stumps, especially the off stump. Nowhere close to it and didn't have the defense to keep it out. Small wicket to wicket stuff. You miss a hit.
There you see, not even getting in line of the delivery there, just trying to throw her hands at it. And with quality bowlers like Ishimwe who can hit the stumps back to back, you've got to attack the ball and not allow the ball to attack you or your stumps. Troubles and worry and concerns all continue for Team Cameroon here. 106 required in 62. Legal deliveries here.
And Sandra, the new batter for Cameroon. 36 for 5 for them. I'm thinking that Rwanda will be thinking about picking up a big victory just to make sure you put some daylight between you and the rest of the chasing pack. 8 teams in this tournament, but the top two will qualify for the final. So
Again, another dot ball, and the new batter in is Annie Sandra. Come to the end of the 10th over, halfway mark, and just 36 runs on board for the loss of 5 wickets. Half of the team is back into the dugout. Done for the day. And a brilliant over that by Shimwe Henriette. A second over, she just gave away 1 run and a wicket.
yeah, with 5 wickets in the hat, I think Rwanda should feel confident that they can pick up the victory. But what sort of victory will it be? You want one that is thumping, just to try and get the confidence in the whole of the group, or maybe you want to give the other guys around an opportunity to have a ball.
Like I mentioned earlier, Leonard Namburu is a man of numbers. He knows he scored 155 against this side previously. He would have preferred them to go beyond that. Again, a very risky shot, a very risky shot as well. Plays it on to the leg side for a quick single.
Yeah, I don't know why they want to miss out on some of those runs. They are really comfortable singles, but you find that the batter is either ball watching and they're not sure that they can be able to get to the other side.
Oh, beautiful looking delivery that had some movement coming into the right hander. Bit late though.
I think that's an area where the Rwandans, the Cameroonians are struggling. They're not very good on the straight balls, on the full balls.
And another wicket. Not able to play the incoming deliveries there. Anisandra has to depart for a golden duck.
Again, very simple work. Wicket to wicket, you miss a hit. 6 wickets down for Cameroon, 36 for 6. Eh, Top quality from Alice just comes by. Shade of let in swing.
Very often finding that gap between bat and pad, just slipping it through. And again, it's the fault in technique as the way the bat comes down. Even in the mode of defense, you've got to bring in the bat first to stay away from all sorts of trouble here. But trying to play across the line of the delivery, even defensively speaking, it makes it very, very difficult. 37 on board for the loss of 6 wickets now. Slight delay. Yeah, technically sorted now, as you can see on the screen. Sinera surviving out there in the middle. Driven and driven straight to the captain. Nowhere to run. 7 runs off 23 deliveries. What sort of a day is the batter having?
digging deep. Someone has to do the hard work for the team. Oh,
And misses the stumps. The opportunity was there. Had three stumps to target and missed them all.
I think what Giselle should have done is try to put a power arm towards the keeper because the batter, the non-strikers, is one who was struggling. Could have been dangerous for Alice as well. That throw missing her by inches.
And picks up another wicket. Similar looking delivery, similar looking results. Another strike
Maybe
into the heart of the Cameroonian side.
the single wasn't that bad after all, because they picked up a wicket there for at least 7 wickets down now. Cameroon staring down the barrel of a defeat and could be a heavy one because they only have 37 runs on board.
Oh, the wickets tumbling here like Humpty Dumpty. One after the other. Lovely looking in swing, lovely bit of movement, and goes across the line there. Knocks the middle stump over. A dream delivery for any bowler coming into the right-handed batter. Leslie coming in as her side now needs 104 in 54 legal deliveries. She's the one who's picked up a catch. She's picked up a wicket. Can she pick up the runs? Let's wait and watch as we find out final results of this first game of Kwibuka 2024. Henry coming in from the airport end once again. Oh, and a complete mix up. Is this a wicket? A wicket. It is. The finger has been raised. A forceful run being taken there. And she's got to depart. What is going on here for Team Cameroon?
Yeah, Cameroon gifting wickets to Rwanda. Was run out there. Even with the misfield, the fielder was able to recover and put in a good throw to Henriette, who did the rest. Or back of the hand there from Henriette.
It's a lovely, lovely effort there and takes off the bails in no time.
Yeah, she was out by a kilometer. An easy decision there for Veronica Ariho. 8 wickets down, Cameroon. Not looking great.
Well, that's not a side that you'd like to have, but they have surpassed the total they had against this very side. Previous time they faced each other, 38 is much better than 29. Oh, defensively played here by Leslie, keeping it on the ground, just trying to survive. And the new batter, Catherine Nivelle, joining her out in the middle. A defensive push there, but nowhere to go. A dot delivery it is. A very, very long innings this seems to be as of now.
I think it's now just a procession to the end. Two good balls here could finish things up for the Rwandans.
Just holds her line there and goes on to the keeper's gloves. pops it in the air, and catch has been taken. Another wicket bites the dust here. Another wicket for Ishimwe Henriette. She picks up her third, second of the over.
Yeah, Henriette has found fortune from the changing ends. Nothing short there from Leslie. Just popping the ball up in the air. Cameroon losing their ninth wicket. 38 for 9. 3 wickets for Henriette. I think the 9 runs she conceded in her overs were only from one side. Look at that. Nothing short there from Leslie, just popping the ball up in the air. Simple catch for the bowler.
Oh, it barely left the crease there. Easiest of catches for Ishimwe to pick up. And it's all merry for her. Just 9 runs she's given away coming into bowl. The final delivery of the third over of her spell. Picks up 3 wickets. Can she make it 4 with this final delivery? Let's wait and watch. 38 for 9. Been blown out of this competition.
Yeah, the team that is on debut has been given a rude awakening. A rude welcome, not awakening.
I must say, not the kindest of welcomes to any nation visiting, but as harsh as it is, we come to the end of the 12th over. 38 for the loss of 9.
Yeah, but I think the captain mentioned it that for them, their plan is to make sure they bowl throughout the whole tournament every time they get an opportunity. If they've won the toss, this is a learning, curve. So they are not here to, if through their processes they get a good result, so be it. But ultimately, the goal is to make sure that they learn as much as possible from the whole tournament.
Well, I think that's a very positive approach in a sense that you'd like to develop your team through a tournament. That's a very sensible approach. And that is not to let your players also feel low about themselves if they're to face such tough sides. If they improve through playing. What other way could be better than improving at the game, than playing the game? Rosette coming in from the pavilion end, an interesting action there. She's got that cartwheel action
Yeah, she has a very striking resemblance with Giselle.
and holds her line this time around. No spin on it. Just goes straight onto the gloves of the keeper.
Yeah, for a second, I thought they are maybe related or anything, but I understand they are not at all. Yeah, good stuff there from Rosette. Yet to concede a run. Think about a run, chance for a run out. Very casual there from Alice. Allows them to get a single. Could have been over with that opportunity. Shima. Again, very good stuff here from Rosette, just flighting the ball, giving it some air. Doesn't carry to Tien Marie Bimenyimana. Rosette, one of the newcomers in the team. What should we know about her?
She's quite a good spin. She turns the ball, and as you mentioned earlier, a newcomer comes in, and it is good for her to get this opportunity and to use her talent and get more better.
A lot of teams here are looking at this tournament to try and expose a lot of their under 19 girls who will be part of the qualifiers later in the year. Is Rosette one of the players that, could be part of that Rwanda team?
Hopefully, yes. And I don't think so if she cannot make a team because she deserves to be in the team. She's a good spin, and with the bat also, she's that kind of a batter who can give you some runs. So she's an upcoming player, which is good.
Timber, and it's all over. Henriette Ishime wraps up the game for Rwanda. Cameroon bowled out for 39 in 13.1 overs. Striking there, you miss a hit straight into the stumps. And it's all over for Cameroon. Rwanda picking up the victory by 102 runs. A top quality performance here for the defending champions who start off with a victory. Rwanda putting them to the sword and win by a big margin of 102 runs. You can see that the batting scorecard there for Rwanda, only one double-digit score from Brenda, who got 12 from 11 balls. But other than that, everyone else went cheaply. The top order for Cameroon is where most of their runs are scored. And once Madeleine and Michelle never got going, the rest of the team was going to struggle. They bowled out for 40. They bowled out for only 39. Rwanda giving them only 4 extras. And such a very, very dominant performance by the defending champions. The bowling scorecard for the home sides. The wicket column they are dominated by Henriette Shimwe, 449 for her, but 2 wickets as well for Alice Ikuze, 244. And then a wicket for Josiane Rakundineza and Rosine Herrera. But a dominant performance from the host who gave away just the 4 extras and bowled out Cameroon in 13.1 overs. 39 all out. Rwanda winning the game by 102 runs. That's a match summary for you. Rwanda finishing on 114 in their 20 overs. Cameroon 39 all out in 13.1. Rwanda, the victors, by 102 runs. But a strong batting performance from Mave Uwase. 62 not out for her, really got the innings going for Rwanda. And she combined very well for a 70-run partnership with Giselle Ishimwe, got 47 from 40. To put Rwanda in a dominant position with the bat. And then with the ball, Henriette Shimwe, the standout, 449 for her, but 2 wickets as well for Alice Ikuze, and a couple of run-outs there completely undoing the Cameroonian women. They lose the game by 102 runs. We'll take a very short break and we'll be back with the post-match presentation.